Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pro632 Radio with myself and Jason. Today's show, we're just going to talk a little bit of this, little bit of that. We got cruises, we had races in Milan, or however you ever said that, the IHRA issues, and some things in between. So, first and foremost, Jason, we got some notes from Milan on the 632 race this past weekend. My issue with it is, they haven't posted nothing, and that's what we want to do is present and promote all 632 across the board, not only our stuff in the PDRA, but everything 632. So what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I got a hold of Nicole Liberty, our liaison for 632, and she lets us know it was a 7-car field. Kyle Solomon,
add this to the stage.
Kyle Solomon was number one qualifier with a 422 and an 8. David Fallon was number 2 with a 424 with an O. David Fallon went on to the finals with a 419 over Greg Dudash and with a 444 for the win. 7-car field. It's that time of the year. It's summer. It's hot. Who's going to go racing? Who's not going to go racing? But
I mean, Jason, what a 7-car field? You have number 2 ended up racing number 5 or 4 qualified.
5, I believe.
So the odds of them two racing in the finals, very difficult, right?
Yep.
So the chip draw, I think, gives that person that help into not being beaten by that number 1 car or the number 2 car every pass. What do you think?
I agree with you 100%. And that's why I believe in the trip draw. And I wish we could do it at the PDRA because it would help some others move along and not leave the points chase to 1 or 2 cars.
I mean, that's the dilemma about pro racing, right? You have that pro tree, number 1 qualifier faces number 16 qualifier, so on and so forth. So I think that's the thing that might help us most is we have the 16 car points for our series we're building, not the qualifying per se.
Yeah. I mean, it maybe something to touch on also is like, look at it this way, in another way, looking at the 16 points. If this is free discussion because me and Patrick has never talked about this. So Patrick, say we get 24 cars show up. That'd be awesome. Say we had 24 cars show up and maybe we go points from 1 through 24 because maybe you're number 24 and you're going to run the whole series.
Well, then I get no points
number
for qualifying.
Right. So I'd rather have 1 point instead of no points, especially if I'm, going to do all for the
instead of 16 qualifying points, we have 1 point per position.
Yes, in an all-run field.
My thought process on it before, and I've thought about it quite a bit, is, there's that issue of you go out there, you go number 1 qualifier. There's 2 qualifying fields, there are 2 qualifying passes per se. Yep. And you don't say, I'm going to save my stuff. I don't want to entertain the fans. I'm going to sit it on the side because they might beat my number 1 qualifier, but I'm going to still be number 2, number 3. What if we took points per round of qualifying? So every round of qualifying, let's say you get 5 points to show up. If you make a pass, you get 5 points.
Take the tree and 5 points?
Yeah. Because that gives you the motivation to
do 2 qualifiers,
to make that qualifying run, because we're there to race. The fans come to see a show, and if we have 16 cars and only 8 of them make 2 runs, it's not really good for the fans, right?
No. And it's just a little bit of math for us in between rounds and at the end of the race, so it's no big deal. We can do. I'll entertain that.
We have each round of qualifying, whether we have 2 rounds of qualifying for a single day event or 3 or 4 rounds. If, go to Orlando, go to World Street Nationals, go to Snowbirds, we have 2, 3 rounds of qualifying. Every round of qualifying is 5 points per se. I think that entices the competitors to actually race more because, what's the point of, going out there racing or qualifying if there's no advantage to you if you're number one qualifier, first round out.
And to be clear, we're all doing this to work towards a championship payout at the end of our series, right? So in the end of the series, we're looking for a championship payout. What it is, that's to be determined. But
I mean, we talk about championship, right? So, and in the link for you to sign up so that we know what size 44 jets, it's on the top of the 632 page, the race 632 page. It's posted as a primary one for you to go do it. I'll share it again just to keep pushing this, because we need this data to get jets.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully it works out perfectly fine, and we have the number of people, number of jets, all that good stuff. And all those ones who say they're going to do it, hey, just do it, man up.
We might have one car that doesn't need jets.
Right.
Rumor has it.
There might be a car too that might not need jets, right?
Yeah, we have a rumor that there'll be an NA car coming along.
So, but with that said, I mean, we need that data to get to the sponsors. I am almost close to inking a deal for a half off for a fire suit for someone within the championship points standing. So to help those who need to put more money towards their car, we can, offset the cost of new fire suit, which for me, safety, no matter what, is the most important thing of all. You dump a 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand into an engine transmission, you need to dump the same amount of money into your protection. And that is like the most important thing, Jason.
Yep. No, safety's no accident. That was a term of my dad. Safety's no accident.
Right.
So moving forward with that. So that's what we need. We need that anyway, because the biggest question when sending emails is like, how many cars you think you're going to have. And listen, we've done this 100 times, right? A million years we've been going through this. We say we got 30 and we end up with 5, or we got 15. If you got some kind of number, it's enticing. Orlando, Bradenton, they've been cursed by 632 with low car counts. Right about now, on paper, looks really good. You know what I mean? For the people that actually went in and filled out the information for the jet request. So, but why can't we? Why can't we? It doesn't cost you anything to put your name down to fill out that thing. We're not asking for a commitment. We're just asking for a roundabout ideas. Like, do I need, 10 sets of 44s? Do I need 20 sets of 40s, 10 sets of 36s? It gives us an idea, and then we can pretty much go, all right, we have 30 people that are possibly coming, and, we can say, yeah, we'll get 10 to 15 cars that will show up. And that'll keep them happy. I mean, before we got on the show, I was with Patrick, and I had said to him, I just was catching up on the West Buck show, and his biggest thing, I'll touch on and off of his live stream today, but his biggest thing, it takes 2 cars to have a drag race. So right now we got about 14.
That's 7 drag races.
I know. With 14. With 14 cars that should be coming up. So let's keep pushing forward. We're trying hard. Communication wise, emails have been sent to Don over SMGP. We got stuff going on with Josh at BMP now. Just waiting for the reply back from Ozzy. I think Ozzy is going to be the first one to actually, other than David Pike in the DRC race, to actually go, okay, you guys are on. The rumor mill. This has
Jason,
yes.
Quick question on the DRC race. I seen you posted an event. Is that from the 632 page saying, hey, this is the event, or is that DRC's?
No, that's ours. That is ours.
So
that's our event page. I threw it up there because I pulled a piece of it off. Obviously, we can pull. A lot of people don't understand, but with StreamYard, we can take clips off IA generated clips, and we can cut them up and just shoot them out there. And I just put that out there, and I tagged it to the DRC race. And if you're going to come, click it. I mean, there's 2 people that click that comment. We don't know who they are because we're not friends with them any way, shape, or form. So I don't know who they are. Someone else can see who it is.
That's key. That's what I was going to get at, Jason. Is that, hey, if we're gonna put the events out, whether we're hosting it or we're part of an event, we're going to add it to it, right? We're
Yep.
going to add an event, and we want to make sure that we have that conversation with all the racers, saying, hey, this is what's going on. Say you're showing up, put your name on there, so everybody sees that and sees how many people are actually showing up. So it's
or an
multifaceted.
estimation. You know what I mean? More looks. I mean, we could make a bunch of fictitious races that are going to show up, and then we have 4 that show up. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that. But we need car count. We need we need eyes and drivers to move this forward. We're moving as fast as we can, but we also need you guys have to help. We just can't just keep plugging along and putting stuff all in place. We need to know that you have our backs on the effort that we're putting forward to get this done. You know what I mean? We can't do it without you. I can only drive one car at a time, and so can Patrick. So I know there's people coming. There's some people that are committed. I talk to us more my share in the week. I talk to people rules wise that want to come, interested in coming, building a car to come. There's actually somebody that's building a car. You know what I mean? So, which is great. You know what I mean?
What's going on with that thing? Why does it keep showing up?
It's just bouncing off. So, somebody build a car for a winter series, and listen, this year let's get our feet wet. Let's get 4 or 5 races in, and then we'll make it bigger. I don't want to stop at 4 or 5 races. You know what I mean? If the Florida people still want to go during the hot months, that's fine. I mean, we can, in 2027. Yeah, because it'll be 2027 then. So we're starting 2026. So moving forward in 2027 fall, if people want to continue this more, and it's working, you know what I mean? The car count's good, everything's working, and we can progress farther and make it bigger.
I think that the big thing for us for 2027, we have to look what PDRA is doing, right? And
they're not going away.
No, not what they're doing for going away, but what their schedule is. So we're not trying to entrench on that, because we're going to support everything possible. So
I mean,
we can't
hiring Mark.
We can't host a race and go race somewhere else at the same time, Jason. It's kind of hard to do that.
Hiring Mark Beatty and some of the stuff that Tyler has implemented into the PDRA lets me think that they're not going away. And then let's quickly and shortly address IHRA, and that is it. I mean, quickly.
All right, so let me say my piece to the IHRA. Hey, I am heartbroken that it's going away.
Yep.
There's more than a million reasons why it's going away. But my point is the abuse the IHRA got before they even had the first race. Correct. Before they even had the first race, they had more people naysaying, talking down, causing issues. If I'm a multi-millionaire, billionaire person, and all I'm doing is trying to show my love for racing and trying to bring this back, I have nothing forcing me to do this.
Yep.
Get beat up day in, day out on social media about how bad this is going to be. They suck, this, that, and the other. Why would you do it? But that brings a point to us, Jason.
Why am I doing it?
Right? A couple of days after we said,
I've already been beaten up. I've already been told I'm going to fail.
That was within a couple of days of us saying, hey, we're going to do this. The naysayers, the people say, you killed it before it started. Your rules suck. You're not going to have nobody, this, that, and the other. You're not going to be able to get no sponsors. You're not going to get a race. Look at us.
Yeah, we're moving forward. You know what I mean? So my take of it is I get it both sides, the boat side and the car side. I'm involved in both sides of it. It really stinks. Everybody lost a place to race. There's a lot of the man must have spent $100 million just putting on what he did. And as a businessman, I don't understand for the amount that he gave out and what he got back. there was nowhere near, 90-10. He put out 90, and if he got 10 back, it'd be it'd be impressive if he did. But he poured his heart and soul in it. The wheels fell off the wagon. Um, I don't care who's to blame. I got nothing negative to say about it. I feel bad for Pro Stock.
Jason, not just Pro Stock, but all
well,
the
I'm
classes.
saying Pro Stock because, like, the only reason why I'm saying Pro Stock is because the Pro Mod guys can go back. They can go back to PDRA.
Correct.
They go back to IHRA. The Pro Stock guys are just sitting there going, ugh. Now,
I mean,
hopefully they get something going with NHRA, or they Tony Gillig kind of point out what we're doing, piggyback off other racers and doing their own thing within same thing we're doing out there. It's hard. I mean, it's a committed person. It's me and Patrick probably spend enough time, a full-time job for somebody just to do what we're doing to get as far as we got. And it'd be a lot easier if we had 3 full-time people doing it, because it would go farther, faster, and be a lot more.
A really good free media person would be awesome, just to keep promotions, right? But nothing is free unless you're doing it yourself, and so it has a cost. So
yeah. So I was just touching back onto Wes Buck, and Wes was on it, and he got on top of the soapbox, and I don't blame him for one bit. He's very passionate for everything he's done with the Pro Mods, and he basically went all the way down to grassroots that we need to stop. You need to stay off social media. You need to quit your bitching, quit your posting, back texting, all this stuff. Stay positive about everything, because right about now, like he said, if I was a sponsor and I just Googled drag racing, I would not drop a dime.
The only thing you see when you Google drag racing right now is the IHRA sucks. Whatever that guy is, that motorcycle guy, he was on my reel. I tried to delete him.
Cycle drag. He needs to go away. You know what I mean? It's just negative. It's negative, and it doesn't give any of us a good look. So as a group, as a whole, I don't care if it's Pro Mod or Pro Junior Dragster, we just need to band together and move forward. You've been around me long enough. The world will fall on top of me, and I just move forward. I ain't got time for it. I don't care about it. I can't fix the problem. I can't make it any better. I can't make it go away. I just move forward. And that's where I'm at. And that's how I think we all should be. I think we just need to, to move forward with it, and let's find places for everybody to race. Let's join together and find everybody has a place to race.
Correct.
Let's not race on top of each other. I mean, you watched it for weeks, all summer. Everybody's on the East Coast racing. There's a whole other country over there. Go to the West Coast for a bit. Go somewhere else. Don't be all fighting to race in Virginia and South Carolina and
hey, Jason,
Michigan.
Hey, but the best racers on the East Coast, especially in the Southeast. I'm just saying.
I'm partial. Like what did Chris say? If we had a North-South 632 championship, what side of the fence would you be on? I mean, obviously, I'd be on the south side, but man, some of my peeps from Massachusetts had 632 cars. I'd be like, okay.
I'm talking about that, Jason, the north-south thing that David Fallon had said something about that, and talking some stuff, and let's talk about the rules for a second, and parity. What's our number one qualifier in PDRA so far? Is a 409, right? Number one.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was in perfect air. I mean, we were in
it was a fluke race, right?
Yeah.
And David Fallon went out 419 with his two systems car, because he is on 240s, right? So in the previous race, they were running 20s on the single system car up there. So you talk about parity. I don't know how fast did Kyle go? Did he have one system or two systems? That's the question.
He had her motor in,
so that been one system.
Yeah, one system, and he went 422. And Fallon, David Fallon's a 2-kit car.
So you're a 22 versus a 19, right? Just looking at the same race rate. So
it's doable.
So I think the 40s will just actually beat the snot out of us. We don't have enough races to, have enough data for making a rules adjustment, but that's something we have to do later next year or whatever. But
but you got to remember, they qualify at night on Friday, right?
mm-hmm.
Island. So Kyle's qualifier was 422 with an 8. Who knows what happened? We don't know when he went out, how he went out.
Yeah.
But he probably could have went out with a 417 in a red light or something, you know what I mean? Or a 417 and he was late. We don't have that information. But I think we're going to be fine with the rules. We're going to figure it out real quick. You know what I mean? Real quick. And according to your list, we have more 36 jet cars than we have multi-kit cars in the 44 jet.
We have 2 multi-kit cars, I think. So
now Ed posted up that he could do a 3-race series up here, meaning Tennessee, but he would have the same rules as PDRA. Well, Ed, if you just threw 25 pounds back in a PDRA car, single kit, you're in our rules for the single kit car. The other stuff, if it's there, it's there. This is something that you need help with, Ed, and you want to do it, we can collaborate on it and work together on that and expand.
So question, Jason.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Mason-Dixon line, north-south. Where are we going to put Ed at?
Right. Yeah. Right. He could be like, I don't know what we would do. That's going to take some thought. And that goes country. And that goes, George Coleman, you're on. I know you're on, and thanks for coming on. Same thing with you up there. There's a ton of 632 cars that are up in that area, and I don't know what your weather is during the winter. If it's something that's viable to do something in the winter, or you guys run the whole series of PDRA, so that makes it tough to do something on top of PDRA at the same time. And I get that, unless you did an odd weekend and the track's close to home. But if that's something that you want to do and you want to partner in on it, I'm more than willing to jump in on that with you and make it happen up there. And if we can get all that happen, that's a lot on my plate, but if we can get that all to happen, and I'm dreaming big here. I feel like Wes Buck for the moment. If we can make that all happen, then we can have a, Outlaw 632 World Series as the World Series drives Patrick nuts, because it should be the best of the best, and we should be playing baseball.
The best of the best, baby. You say World Series. I want the top tier cars from everywhere qualified in their point series to come to race.
I get it. You want the top 3, top 4, top 5?
Well, let's say top 4.
All right, top 4. That should be if you have 3 areas, there's 12 cars.
Correct.
So why not do
racing for 8-car field?
Why not keep it an all-run field like we normally do?
Well, screw it. Let's do it. Maybe we get 4 areas. Let's get 4 areas. Let's get a 4th.
We could do that, and and we do have one person that's very interested in doing, a championship race, a lot of money. Obviously, it's all talk and speculation at the moment, but if this all works off, he wants to get involved and maybe piggyback with Shameless Racing and come up with a big purse for a big payout for 632 for the winter. So there's a lot of stuff that goes across the screen and through my ear in an amount of 5 days. And actually I was talking to Andy Spurback. He goes, I don't know how you do it all and keep a business going and your race cars in a million pieces. And it's all over the country. And I'm like, it just doesn't stop. I can tell you this week, my eyes are burning, my back's killing me, and I'm tired all the time because we ain't sleeping. And I get one more day and I get to do the fabulous PDRA cruise to the Bahamas.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Unfortunately, I didn't have the plans to go to the PDRA race. I didn't race at all this year with the PDRA. So what's going on with this lovely cruise?
So Miss Judy put it out there a while back that there's going to be a PDRA cruise going to the Bahamas, and Jackie Frick was the contact person for it. And I forgot. I think Emily Reaney posted on it. She was going, and I was like, they just had one that left out of Miami probably about 2 months earlier, and we missed that one. And I was like, I could do that. It's 3 days, but it's like, you have to understand logistically, people. I'm going to drive 2 hours north to get on a boat to diagonally go across my house 60 miles. So,
I mean, you can
you
just
know,
swim and catch up to it, Jason.
right? So but no, so we're gonna do that. I think there's like 20 something people going. Miss Tammy wanted to have she's going along. And Miss Tammy, I got to read this from the message because I won't remember off the top of my head. So Miss Tammy wants to have a 3:15 p.m. meet on deck 15. I guess that's where the castaway party is, the sailaway party is. But she wants to be there earlier and do a send-off prayer out of the port. So if anybody's listening and going to this, if you're not on the PDRA cruise group that Miss Franklin put up, that's what's going on there. The McGee's are going. I know the Reenies are going. Obviously, ourselves. There's a group going, so it'll be a good time. You know what I mean? Get away from racing. I never see these people outside of racing. You know, so maybe see a different light of somebody. Maybe I'll actually smile at one point because I'm not racing or working or something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah,
you know
the racing stuff definitely gets a little. Sometimes get the frustrations, the anger, all of that stuff, and you just
yeah.
I just want to work on this stuff and get it fixed.
Well, I
That's
mean,
my problem all the time because I was working on my stuff.
speaking of working on your stuff, I think
So
you're ready to work on your stuff. I think I see a picture hanging in on the
yes, I
backstage.
do. I would. So I'm gonna share this with everybody. I was about a week too late to receive this image. This is a beautiful all aluminum piece built by HRE down in South Florida. It was just finished the last couple of days. So everyone's like asking, "Hey, when is your engine going to be ready?" Blah 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 blah. That, my friends, is my lovely 632 cubic inch single system engine. It is
Now,
a
is that
beautiful
a
piece of
9-degree
artwork.
motor? Is that a 9-degree motor, 10-degree, 12-degree motor? What do
Yes,
you got there?
that is a 9-degree engine.
Who's your
Daryl down
cylinder head?
at HRE did a great job putting it together. So,
Who's your cylinder head guy?
what's that, Jason?
Who's your cylinder head guy?
I can't say his. What
I
you
trumpet
say his name because I. Huh?
It's Lee Latowski.
Yeah, Lee Lakowski did the heads. Daryl did all the internal work and everything else like that. It's going to be a beautiful piece. However, it's just going to be too short for me to get it ready for Tennessee, and I am kind of disappointed in that because it's my birthday weekend, and I wanted to go over there and just do my best for that weekend. But to get everything together,
that you're going on. If you skip the cruise you're going on, then you can get your car together. It's priorities.
No, I want to come out there right. I would say some things like other people. I was like, hey, I need to get me a sponsor before I go racing. So if anybody wants to go sponsor me for North Carolina, hey, I'm all here. We should be ready to go to North Carolina racing. Whether I'm in the driver's seat of the Public Enemy Camaro or my tuner and best one good friend of mine, Jordan Enselin's in the driver's seat. Things happen in life. We'll see what happens, but the car will be ready for North Carolina. So it's going to be there just to actually really just to stir up the points race, right? Those number 1, 2, 3 points people. This car is going to be a beast. I'm hoping because I don't know the power numbers on it. I don't know the power numbers on it before, but if looks can tell you what it's going to make, I mean, she's going to make some power.
You could be a spoiler. We could use one or two. Ed McLemore, you're coming back to Bristol, right?
Ed said he was paying for dinner, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ed's paying for dinner. Dinner's on Ed in Bristol. I believe McGarry's going to make it out. I hope Mr. Hood makes it. He doesn't want to, but I'm hoping Mrs. Hood puts her foot down and
Hey,
comes on out.
keep him straight.
Yep. So there'll be a couple more cars. I don't know who else is going to make it out there. It's too far out to judge. I mean, I'm in a million pieces. No, I get my pistons got delivered today. Been waiting on my rods.
Okay.
Cylinder heads will be done Friday.
I was gonna say I have a 632 that I'm sure it's gonna make some hellacious power, but you don't want to break your car.
It's the whole exhaust thing and all that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's my problem. I gotta do the whole new exhaust and everything on it too, and it's gonna be a lot of work still.
We did a lot of changes this time around. Since now that we got a car that can go down 12 passes in a row, so we'll just throw some stuff at it and see if it likes it and be ready for Bristol. And I've been watching the weather, and Ed, I mean, you guys got correction factors that make, grown men cry. 1.13 was yesterday. I can imagine what it is right now. The correction factor in Bristol is just awful. It's the world's worst. Let me see. Bristol is. What's the survey? What's the guess? What's the guess?
107.
107? That's the guess?
That's the guess.
Yeah, I'll stick that up for you.
I can't see.
112.
Oh, good God. Good thing we have horsepower in a bottle.
1,300 feet, and a barometer is 2841.
Holy crap.
It's been steadily hanging at those numbers for the last week.
I mean, in August, it's just going to get a little bit nastier too. So,
yes, it probably will. It'll be, hopefully a heated day. I mean, the juniors have been running there all week. It's been raining for 3 days. The Gibsons have been there running with Hannah, and I think she went out. She went out early today, but I think they got a week of drag racing there. I think JC Beatty's there also. I think he's they're doing
with the juniors.
Yeah, with the juniors. I think there's a Maryland team there. Tigman's there with his group of kids. Crew member for JC Beatty. So they're doing their deal out there. Other than that, hopefully, the car counts will go up now that the split, and then going back to a little bit touching on some stuff on IHRA. Being a businessman, I would be quietly capitalizing on what the temperature of drag racing is right now. So we were in Maryland. There was crap for top dragster, crap for top sportsman. There was 9 cars there for Pro Nitrous and 10 cars for Pro Boost. The Pro Boost cars will come back. We know, we didn't lose any Pro Nitrous cars to IHR.
There's only so many Pro Nitrous cars, and they only race at the PDRA.
So, but what do you do? I mean, we had Extreme Pro Mod years ago, and that kind of went away. I think Cubic Dollar is what killed Extreme Pro Mod.
Justin Swanstrom, I reached out to him, say, hey, can we get on one of y'all's races? He grabbed the Outlaw Pro Mod cars into the Pro Mod cars for his Swan Fest and say, hey, come race with us. So when you talk about that, where do you capture?
Well, the biggest, and I reached out to Justin myself, and the thing with him was, I mean, they're doing radio cars, and I don't want to put our group through. I mean, we got 2 guys racing with radios, but they're not going to go all the way to Rockingham, and that's the biggest thing. Terry Racing 6, that must be Corey Terry. He's rewiring his car, so he's not making Tennessee. But to piggyback, so I would think you capitalize on it, right? Yeah. Don't be a schmuck about it and stick it in everybody's face, but offer it. You put the offer out there. Hey, listen, come race, blah blah blah, and a car. Hopefully, the cars will come back over to bring, make it more lucrative to race PDRA, make more money for Judy and Tommy. Because they're in business to make money, not to not make money, right?
Correct.
So Mountain Motor Pro Stock. Hopefully, them guys get a place to race. I hate to see. I mean, Jordan's like a little brother to me, and I hate to see that he just spent all the money he just spent on a motor that he's going to race once in Ohio, and that's pretty much going to be it if they don't.
1st of August, yeah.
Rumor has it, capitalize RUMOR. Probably misspelled it, but rumor has it through the grapevine they're going to bring Mountain Motor Pro Stock to World Street Nationals along with 632. I can't confirm it. I'm waiting for an answer from Ozzy on our end. I mean, so I'm hoping that happens. I'm sure it's going to happen. He's got all the information. He's got a contract, so he's just going to sign it and send it back, and we're good to go as far as with Ozzy. So we'll see. Wes Buck, very, very emotional about the whole situation. If you guys got a chance, click on it, listen to it. It's pretty good. I'm trying to use the correct words for it, but he was to the point and straight about what needs to be done, what needs not to be happening. The bashing stuff and all that just has to stop. And we, as a group, collectively, to survive, have to move together forward in a forward direction. Can't go lateral. Can't go down. We got to go forward with it. And that's what I hope. I hope. I don't know what Mark Beatty's role is at PDRA. I haven't heard nothing. I haven't asked either.
Well, I mean,
somebody would know.
They posted something on PDRA about his
leadership
position.
role.
A leadership role, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't say he's like whoever. You know what I mean?
My assumption is marketing. That's what he did with Redline Oil, and just bringing PDRA further along within that realm.
We lost Will, and I talked to Will. We lost Will to go race Top Fuel, and he, kid's following his dreams, and God bless him. You know what I mean? He's doing great. So they did lose a marketing guy. So hopefully that's what they brought Mark in for, and with his experience and background, hopefully he can move stuff in other places, in other departments at PDRA.
It would be awesome. Right. So, hey, I just want to say, Tim, we posted pictures of your car that we got. Do you have any pictures we can post now to show off this beautiful, I hate to say Mustang because, it hurts my soul to say Mustang.
Come on, man.
You got some new pictures you can send us real quick so we can post them up, because the last pictures I saw was amazing. So we can't wait for you to be out there.
The top wasn't done.
The top wasn't done. Yes.
Yeah, the top wasn't done on it. So. Hello, Mr. Pike. I see you joined us for a chat. We've been pushing the DRC race for Mr. Pike. I think you insulted Mr. McGarry because he went, wow. I think it was your lack of likeness for Ford.
Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, a Ford is a Ford. Found dead on race day, I mean, it is what it is. So
I'm reading comments. Sorry about that. And and obviously we're co-promoting with DRC and David Pike, so we can get cars for him and he gets cars for us. I mean, it works well together. That's what we need to do. We need to help each other move forward to have places to race and a series to race. I mean, I want this to be a great series in Florida. And I have a bad habit saying South Florida, but in Florida. And that's my goal. Let's move forward. And I hope a lot of people from up north, can come down. Man, Ed's hitting you up there. Bad. 500 off the trailer, Patrick. Oof.
Hey, you might be able to get that there, Ed. I'm just saying.
We're getting more competition here than we do for the bounty that we get on Mr.
Just saying, Ed.
We got to go back to that again.
It's a Chevrolet. it wins on race days.
So we haven't even gotten any extra offers on the 632 bounty on Mr. Pittman. I think I still need to collect a few dollars for some people.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to put bounties on all these Chevrolets. You know what I'm saying?
Why we got to go there? Can't turn on an ability to put photos.
Oh, he said he wants to. He said you need to check your photos.
Me?
Your phone, yeah.
Oh, I got him.
Good evening, Mr. Dave. Pleasure for you to joining us.
More.
Is that 100 for you, Ed, for this bounty, or what's that?
All right. You got the photos, Patrick.
Oh, I got the photos now.
Yeah.
Did you WhatsApp them to me?
No, I just regular text them.
Oh, good. Ooh, good.
They look sweet though. That's a
good gracious
car. He might get like best.
Do we need to do a best appearing car? I mean,
won that.
You would probably win it if you would repaint your front end.
I already won it. I won it the first race out.
Yeah, when the car wasn't all scratched up. Now it's got a colorful front end.
Thing hit a brick wall. Yeah, right. So other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what we got for the show. I mean, we're a little too busy at the moment to have a whole bunch of people try to get them on. It's getting harder to get people to come on the show. I think we'll have a guest from Strange here shortly, Strange Engineering, which is kind of a little weird to come on as class sponsors, Mark Williams, but they're showing interest in our Southern Outlaw deal. So there's a lot of interest in it. So it's overwhelming. That's all I can say. And I can't. And
it feels here good.
Yeah, and I got to thank you guys that do participate, the guys that do share it, and it ain't happening unless you help us. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. I mean, we had Jason Stewart on last week, and I think he sits there and waits for a ding, and he's re-dinging it, and it's right back out there again. Look at that car. Yeah, Tim, I said that when I first brought my car out and I hit. I always say it ain't fast, but it sure is pretty, and that was at Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yep.
That's one. You're gonna have one or the other, fast or pretty. And Jason is now fast, and his car's not pretty.
Not anymore. She's got body scars on her now. Poor thing. Other than that, I mean, we still got some videos still coming out from Kyle. He's stuck in jury duty at the moment, so a little bit slow getting some of that stuff out. I think he put a single video out of Carson. Did he do it? He hasn't done another one of any other driver, right?
No, I don't think so.
So he's got one. I know he's got one out of Carson. He was going to do a bunch of little 15 seconds snips because they just seem to get more attraction, more attention, and they're easier to share than 2-minute long video.
Our attention span is very short, Jason.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you look at how there's actually an algorithm for how long somebody watched something, and the longer stuff doesn't get watched that long compared to the short stuff. So we'll go with that.
So Mr.
All right, so Mr. Coleman wants to put Mr. Swallow on.
When Dave has some time and he's ready to come on, we are always open for him to come on. But he is extremely busy. Young man, and we greatly appreciate all of his support and everything he does for us in the Pro 632, Outlaw 632, everything 632 classes. So,
and drag racing in general. I mean,
period.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know, but he was very instrumental in keeping Iamockley going.
100%. He was he kept it running until they couldn't race anymore, and those people down there don't understand how much he did for them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, he was very instrumental in keeping that place open, and they had a couple big bracket races there, top bracket racing. They had with Mike Facqua from FTD Customs was putting on some stuff going on down there. And actually, anybody has Harley Davidsons and stuff like that, you need custom wheels and parts. FTD Customs. Mike is a great guy and a great builder of parts for your stuff. Give him a little plug there. But Mr. Swallow is very, very instrumental in that. And from what I seen the other day online, they're looking for another place for another track.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you have the license, I guess, right? You have the license for the drag race for a racetrack, so you just have to have the facility, right? I don't know how that all works, but they still have that, so they just have to find a facility to race at. So
we got 15 acres just north of here.
It's a tad bit expensive. I'm just saying,
Well, it's got to be a little bit less because he sold one track.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what I got.
Well, I don't have much more. Thank you to Mark Williams Enterprises, Doug Cook, and the whole team there to support the PDRA and the Pro632 class. All the other sponsors who support the Milan events and everything else. Shameless Racing for supporting the Southern Outlaw 632 class. If it wasn't for him, it'd be still a battle to get there. Procom ELS, myself, Jason, we're doing nothing but trying to push the 632 forward. There will be more announcements coming as soon as ink to paper is there. So we don't want to mislead anybody in saying, hey, we're doing this, but we're only going to say what we truly have in hand and ready for the racers. So, Jason, that's all I got.
Yeah, everybody just keep clicking, sharing it, posting it, tagging it as usual. And the more we get out there, as you notice, everything I post out, I'm tagging Orlando, Bradenton, South Georgia, so they see our content. David said, how about next week on the show? More than welcome, sir. More than welcome. We can do that. It'd be an honor to have you on. Everybody can put the face to the name.
Yep. And hey, make sure you, all you who are on here, make sure you share so Mr. Swallow gets all the recognition that he truly deserves for everything he does for drag racing in a whole, not just 632. They're out there racing pro mod. They're out there doing this, that, promotions, tracks, everything else. So it is what it is. And we greatly appreciate him. So I have nothing more. Thank you very much, Jason.
Yep. No, I'm good. Thank you very much, everybody. See you all next week. Stay posted. Pay attention because as I get it, it'll be posted. So the minute I hear something from a racetrack, it's going to take, one of them and the cards will fall for the other one. That's how I'm looking at it. Because one ain't going to want to be, because they're so close in proximity, my thought process, one ain't going to want to let something happen without the other one doing it. So
correct. And my thing is always early and often. We will let you know as early and as often as possible, so y'all are as aware as possible to make sure we're there. So take care, and y'all have a great night.
Good night.